Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is April Sargent. Today I'm bringing you a demo and review of Cover FX Anti-Aging Primer and Cover FX Anti-Aging Smoothing Eye Primer. What I've done is I'm showing you the whole process through the footage. I will start with a clean face, show you the primers applied. I applied the primers to the right side of my face and then left the left side without primer. I did everything the same except for the primers. I will show you the makeup application, then I show you footage that I took throughout the day of how the primers lasted, and then at the end I will give you my final thoughts. And I do look different today than I do in the video because when I went to edit the footage for the video I realized I had not recorded an intro, or if I did record it I deleted it. This is a redo. Here I am pre-makeup. I have already applied Clinique Repair Wear Laser Focus Wrinkle and UV Damage Corrector as my serum, Peter Thomas Roth Laser Free Regenerator Moisturizing Gel Cream as my moisturizer, Uli Hendrickson Protect the Truth SPF 50 as my sunscreen, Michael Todd True Organics Intensive Organic Cream Eye Treatment, and Avon Beyond Color Plumping Lip Conditioner. I will apply the Cover FX Anti-Aging Primer to half of my face. It is a yellowish looking gel. It goes on smooth, it's not sticky, it's not tacky, it has no smell. Okay, primer applied. Next I will apply the Cover FX Anti-Aging Smoothing Eye Primer. I will put that on my right eye. It is an off-white cream primer, has no smell. I will tap that all around the lid and under the brow bone. Prime that entire area. This primer is not sticky, it's not tacky, it feels like a lotion. Today I will be using Neutrogena Healthy Skin in Natural Ivory 20. I'm going to dot that around my face. I will use my Revlon flat paddle brush to get that makeup around where I want it. Flat paddle brush can leave you looking a little bit streaky. I will do this patting motion and that does help with the streakiness, but I also will use a buffing brush to buff out those streaks. For my buffing brush, I'll be using the Coastal Scents BR 110. Using it very lightly. I don't want to remove the product, I just want it to make it look airbrushed and flawless. Okay, I'm going to zoom you in so you can take a look at how the makeup looks on each side of my face. This is the side with the Cover FX, and this is without. To me, this section here is a bit less porous looking than this section here. It does to me seem a bit smoother. Not dramatically, because I still do have pores here, but less porous than this side, which is without. I'll zoom back out. Next, I will do the CoverGirl and Olay Simply Ageless Eye Concealer in 205. I'm going to apply with the Sigma Concealer F75 brush. I just dip it right in the pot. I'm gonna go under those eyes there, brighten that up a little bit. Doing a little bit of contouring. I'm just going to take my finger and pat in that product. Just want to blur out the edge of that. I will apply blush. Too Faced Peach Beach. I'll use my e.l.f. Angled Blush Brush. And I just brush it through all three colors. For my highlighter, I will use the Balm Mary Luminizer. I will apply with the Sephora 73 Pro Precision Blush Brush. Next I will apply Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer as contour. Around my cheek area, I will use the Sigma Tapered Highlight F35. Tap it right in that product. Go right under that cheekbone. That side of my nose. And it smells like chocolate. To apply on the sides of my forehead and under my jawline, I'll use the Sigma Tapered Face F25. When you're contouring and you use the bronzer, you're shadowing the areas that you want to de-emphasize. So for me, I don't want anybody looking at this, so I'm gonna shade it. Make it less noticeable. I will set the foundation with the NARS Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder. I will use the Sephora Pro Buffing Brush. I'm just gonna rub my brush around in there. Let me zoom you in. Hopefully that is clear enough. Oh, I got a little bristle. I do feel like this side, the texture of the skin is not quite as noticeable, I think, here. Pores to me are not as noticeable, where on this side, it's more noticeable. The pores are more noticeable. This texture here on the skin is more noticeable without. I think that it is doing its job, smoothing the skin, making the pores less noticeable, making the fine lines less noticeable, giving a more smooth canvas for the foundation. I will now apply my eyeshadow, the Naked 3 palette. I'll pack on shadow with this. It's just a pretty standard shader brush. I'll start on the inner crease with Oust, that light pink shimmery shade. I'm gonna zoom you in. For the middle of the eye, right in here, I will use Liar, shade right there. The side with the Cover FX does seem to have more intense color than the side without the primer. On the outer corner, I will use Factory. I'm going to use my bullet crease. Just dip that right in there. The side with the primer does seem to be a little bit easier to work the product around on. I'm going to use that same bullet crease. I'm going to use Nooner to just help blend. Just tap it right in there. I'm going to use my E35 by Sigma tapered blending brush. Buff all that out, make it soft. I'm going to use the bullet crease again, go into Strange and highlight the brow bone. I will go in with Clinique Quick Liner for Eyes Intense. This is 03 Intense Chocolate. I'm going to go in and go under my tight line. Lining that tight line just gives you a little bit more definition, a little fuller look to the lashes. I'll go underneath. Use the little smudger just to smudge it out a little bit. I have completed the face portion and the eyes. I will apply my mascara, my brow, and my lip. I'll show you the complete look. Then I will show you how the products wear throughout the day. Done my brows, my mascara, my lip. I applied the makeup around 8 o'clock in the morning and it is now 11. I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see how everything looks. Well, I have to tell you, at this point, I really can't tell any difference. I mean, maybe, you know, I have these smile lines right here. I think that this smile line is more pronounced than this one. Other than that, I really can't tell any difference from when I originally applied. Initially, you know, putting this on, I mean, this side to me seems a little smoother. Pores and lines do not seem as pronounced as this side. And then the eyes, looks to me like there's a little bit of fading. Like, you know, my eye, when it creases up, these parts are touching. Looks like that shadow right there is getting pulled off. And then on this side, it still looks like it's in place. Okay, I will check back with you in a couple of hours. It is now 2:10. Take a look at the makeup. Both sides are still holding up pretty good. I still think crease there is not quite as pronounced on the side. I'll check back in another couple hours. All right, so it is 7:15. I am at a friend's house. I'm trying to hold the camera still. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you in. It's fading out here on the nose on this side. Let me zoom into the eyes. It has faded out right in here where my lid touches up there. They crease together. That's where I get the fading the most. And then on my eye with the primer, it does seem to be holding up better. I have more down here and out here. Looks like a little bit of fading right there. Overall, I would say it does look better than the one without. Yeah, it's really fading out right there and in here. So I still am having the same assessment that this side was smoother to begin with, so it still is a little bit smoother and not quite as defined here with a line. This one I think is still a little bit more noticeable and a little bit of fading on the side of the nose. Okay, it is 10:30 in the evening. I have been wearing my makeup since 8 this morning. I apologize for the lighting. I think there is something wrong with the white balance on my camera. I'm gonna zoom you in. I met some friends of mine and they were like, oh, your makeup looks really good. And I told them, well, I'm doing a video. I have primer on half my face and not on the other. And one was like, well, I like this side better. She was pointing to the right side. She said that it looked like my blush was more pigmented on this side. I was like, I hadn't noticed, but then I looked at it in the mirror and I was like, yeah, I guess it is. With the primer, it is giving more staying power. At the beginning of the day, it gave a more smooth canvas. I felt like my line here was not as pronounced as here. I felt like the redness that I normally get on my chin and on my nose was not as much on the right side, and I do think that it made my other products adhere better. As far as the eyes, throughout the day, the primer did make a difference. My eyes are partially hooded, so where they're touching there, it faded out. It's not as pronounced on the side. Now, see, now my light is starting to be more normal and not so yellow. Overall, yeah, I do think that the Cover FX made a difference. I think it made a difference on the eye. I would say the Cover FX is a good investment. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more beauty related videos, and I will see you next time. Bye.